Doing the burping.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers, boys.
Hello.
Welcome.
Nice.
Try not to drip it on
The merch.
a very, yeah. Yeah.
Have you got some merch?
We used to have shirts, but
No, ours. We'll give you some.
no, shirt me up.
Yeah.
I have an old laundry shirt.
Cool.
It's tight as fuck now.
Yeah, you need the pick, bro.
It's a pink one. Yeah. I like the shirt. I just can't fit into it anymore.
Well, what happened?
I don't know.
We have a solution for you, Lachie, actually.
We're just talking about this.
It is Ozempic.
Ozempic. Currently Googling what that is, yeah.
Dude, tell us about it. What's the deal? You went to the doctor and you fucking...
By the way,
straight up offered
Perry's
you?
not on this. I just want to. I don't know why it made me interrupt and say he's not on this. Like it's not true.
It might.
I'm just so interested
in
in
a month
it.
or two.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. If I start clean living and exercising, then I probably won't get on it. But knowing me, I'll probably get on it.
Yeah.
I'm interested in it.
It's nuts.
Anything new though, I'm interested in.
If you see the celebrities that have been on Ozempic, it's called Ozempic face.
What do you mean? What is the face
All their shit sinks in and they look like a skeleton.
of that?
Yeah.
So
They look unhealthy.
So they're overdoing it. I mean, I don't know. I've got a bit of chunk to lose, I suppose. So
Yeah.
I think everyone does.
yeah, but you wouldn't get to your optimum and then keep going.
Yeah.
It's like once you're there, I suppose what's
Yeah, it sucks that the doctor's like, you need Ozempic, and you're like, hold on, mate, can't I just try a few things first?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the funniest bit.
Like doctors, because now that we've all seen those documentaries about painkillers and shit, we're like, you go to the doctor, you're like, hold on, buddy. I've done some research.
I can't wait till they legalize MD or something, and it's
that's coming.
like straight out. You need MD. It's like yes, I do. Yeah,
But everyone does need MDMA anyway.
yes, we do.
So,
It's definitely a mind opener. Yeah.
Makes you a nice person, I suppose.
It's just so day pay. Like, what are we doing?
I don't know, hanging out,
Hello.
smashing it.
So I'm on my phone. I'm just trying to figure out something.
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah,
Like,
I could have done
I
this
stopped
any
doing
time
intros.
today.
I'm like, I don't want to do
Intros
introductions.
suck.
Nah, don't worry about it.
So just go for it.
Yeah, welcome to the Crying in the Coolroom that no one can hear because of the claps. And we're here at the old laundry with Pero. Pero's back with a vengeance.
Fuck yeah.
We were talking about it before that you've been on some, I guess now we can maybe hype it up like it's the secret episodes that we've never released. But,
yeah.
But like we had just our usual, we don't know what we're doing podcast things on like episode.
Yeah, that was a dangerous episode.
Official, I think
things were said.
How
We
many
did say a
episodes
lot.
do we do though? 5? 4?
That didn't kind of make it.
Before official 1?
Easy 5.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
4 or 5.
And then you got on the first. I think the first one you were on was with you had no arm.
Yeah.
You basically had no arm left.
First and foremost, how is it?
Oh, the arm's good. I've kind of gone.
Look at that scar.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Dude.
Yeah, it's alright.
That's hot,
Show
man.
the camera.
Chicks love that shit.
Dude, you proper got it, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an old man scar too. Look.
And it's just
It's
full,
like fluffy.
full meat section. Like
it's deep.
it looks like a lamb chop, dude. You just
Yeah, I've got no feeling in my arm here, so you can burn it. And
really.
Yeah.
So
That's an
that's a
advantage.
good technique for everyone out there.
That's good.
Just slice it exactly the way
You
Perry
could put that
sliced
on
it.
your resume. Like if you ever had to go anywhere else, God forbid.
Yeah.
You'd be
Yeah.
like, I can't feel anything from my forearm down. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, pan section for this guy.
Yeah, I've got a few burns going. It's good, but yeah, it works alright. It's never gonna heal back to what it was, but it's okay.
I like this courtyard. We're sitting in front of like Thomas the Tank Engine, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's an old.
Laundry.
It is. It is an old laundry.
Yeah.
But what you can't see is Pero has filled it with storage space.
Yeah.
Like I was only joking and I went over there. There's like 2 freezers and then there's just like a box of bin bags
Yeah.
and a bunch of shit around this relic.
I like it. It's the ambience on one side is perfect, and then on the other side.
Oh,
And
yeah. Gotta make it efficient.
Like
Yeah.
they've built an entire business around this really beautiful old like laundry steamer
It's beautiful.
and then just filled it full of kitchen shit.
It's exactly what we do. as chefs, we look at space and we say, what can I put there?
Yes.
And it looks like shit, most of our stuff, but you got to do it.
Yeah.
You have to absolutely do it.
It's a nice spot.
What did you get up to this week, Tim? Anything interesting at all? You do more shows? You have to have done more shows.
Yeah, I usually do a couple of shows. Nothing important. What am I doing?
I don't know what I'm doing either.
I don't know, heaps of shit. Filming. We just launched a live show for Mr. Sick Cunt
Oh, nice.
next week.
As in, we will be next week? Or
It'll be next Friday.
Yeah, right.
So we're really putting that together, which is like
Sick cunt.
try and get 150 people down to this nightclub, and they all sort of stand and drink.
No,
And then he just goes around. We'll have like cameras and TVs and stuff, and he's going to go around and just live talk to people, find out their stories. And then we'll have a couple of plants, like some of the people that we've interviewed in the past we'll invite down, and they'll hang out in the crowd, like Nick the Esche or whoever else, which is cool because it'll be really nice to like get guests back and then grill them again.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It'll be very exciting.
Nick the Esche. What's his deal?
He's Perth certified #1 Esche.
Oh, what a mad dog.
You don't know him?
No, I want to know him now.
You got to get
I don't
on
know
the
him
Mr.
either, but I
Sick
want to
Cunt
see it.
channel.
I want to see it.
Mate. Nick,
Dude, he's so funny. So we met him on the street, and then he was just so open about being an Esche.
Oh,
And he told
bless.
us all of the things that you need to be an Esche.
oh, the TNs, the haircut,
The mullet, the fat mullet.
the bum bag.
Bum bag, yeah.
Yep. And
Yeah.
you need to wear
What
Nautica. Everything's Nautica.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they the red shoe brigade? Are they the red
Yeah.
shoes, or that not necessarily?
No, just TNs though, which is funny.
Because no one liked them back in the day.
I don't even know what TN is.
TNs are the Nikes that have the two bubbles at the back.
Oh, they're real ugly.
Yeah. The shoes that we avoided as youth.
Yeah, they're always on the kids that hang around the
Macca's at 2 o'clock in the morning. 'Cause they're
and the train
hard as
stations
fuck.
at all times.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so that's an
Yeah.
Esche.
And then also,
Just me learning what an
he
Esche
says
is.
that you need to be making money, which is
Yes,
great. I like that.
What's he selling?
Entrepreneurial.
Yeah,
What's he
right.
hustling?
Everything.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, bro, I'll sell you a stick, bro, for
Yeah.
20 bucks, man.
I mean, it can
So
be
you a
anything.
mortgage.
I like that you left
Great
it
rate.
open though. You just have to be making money,
Just
so you
making-
can be a drug dealer or an entrepreneur.
Oh, nice.
I'd
and you
argue
have to
that's
do
the same
graffiti.
thing.
Graffiti.
You have to do graffiti.
Well,
I never got the
or just
graffiti.
tags.
I think just do it
Just tags.
Just buses
Whatever
and
you feel.
trains and...
anyway.
There's a wall here for any Esches out there. Just tag it up. What would your tag be if you had a tag?
What would I tag?
I think tagging is so lame.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But like if you had a tag, because I know it's like some of them just have a star and then have like an RA at the end, and you're like, only you know that.
Yeah.
But I think that's the idea, right? It's like a signature. Is
Yeah,
that
it's
right?
weird. Is it like a signature on a wall? Is that what a tag is?
Well, it used to be, I think it was like, oh, this is the crew, and, you know, they'd have the fucking weird name, like...
That's what I've assumed.
X-Ray Boys, and they'd be like, eh.
And they want to be seen that they've tagged that, so I think they want people to see that tag. Like, look what I did.
Yeah.
And you're like, what did you do?
Because we're so hard.
So
you know,
good.
the last seat on the bus, we put our fucking sign on there, and it's
Yeah.
our seat.
Oh, yeah, it's all
and we'll
scratched into
fight
the
you
windows
for it.
as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
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 It's just causing trouble, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's just
Graffitiits, they used to call them.
Did they?
graffiti.
Yeah,
wow,
about
someone
10
thought about that
when
too
we
much.
got back into
That's 12 grand from the Parliament, you know, putting money into, or more than that.
Way
into a
more,
think
bro.
tank.
What are we
Yeah.
going to call these
Yeah.
hooligans?
because we got back in.
Grafooligans? No. Jerry, you're fired.
It was a good idea.
You graffitiit. It's just hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
kind of
not.
want to be one.
Yeah.
There
Is
was
that funny?
there was a thing to graffiti at one point where
graffiti.
like what it was about was finding the hardest place to put like a tag or a graffiti.
But that's cool though. Like you know, the
Yeah.
moving train and someone jumps on the back and they're doing their thing,
Yeah,
jump
and you-
off.
and
Yeah, I
you're
like,
If you were like in Melbourne and you were going on the train and you look up on a building, you'd be like,
How did they do
"Fuck
it?
did
Yeah.
they get there? That's cool.
That's
yeah,
cool.
sort of rate that. And then you see the tag, which obviously means nothing to anyone except them. But that is the impressive bit. Is like,
Yeah.
fuck, how did you hang off that?
But what's your
Upside
street cred?
down.
Like, do you just go up to like another like crew that you don't like and be like, oh, look what I did, bro?
Yeah, well, I guess people get
That's
to
my
know
tag.
your tag, don't they?
Yeah. And he's like, fuck, he got to the building.
Yeah. Some
Maybe
people
that's what it
put their
is.
tag on a bank check. Other people put it on a building. I guess
Yeah.
that's how it goes.
Just giving one back to the system, you know?
You could definitely tag as you could use your tag as an official signature though. It doesn't matter what your signature is as long as it's the same on everything. Like you'd open a bank account with your fucking tag. Fucking
So that's awesome.
Are we trying to say that like signing was the OG tagging?
I guess so. Yeah.
You don't even need a signature anymore,
No,
do you?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I've been
haven't
signing
signed-
shit for fucking ages.
Forever.
I've been signing shit recently a lot.
What are you signing?
Oh, I've got to do all my Centrelink shit for my old man.
Oh.
So it's like all this old person shit. So you're right. If you're younger than like a boomer, like you can't even remember your signature, right?
No.
No, because you can just open another bank account as long as you're with the same bank. It just opens. You just go, I just want that online. You go any other credit card.
Yeah.
It's not like you got to go in there and sign and.
Yeah. And plus,
Fill
they
out
don't
your
want to do any work. People that work at banks don't want to do anything.
There's no one there anyway.
Oh, God. They're like, you walk in there, like, I need help. Like, did you go online?
Yeah.
Did you fucking go online?
It's
And
really easy if you go
Yeah,
online.
yeah.
Yeah, but it'd be easy
It's
if you
like,
just
I'm
did
here
it.
now.
Yeah. Yeah, banks are so shit. Yeah. Everyone that's at a bank is old too.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're the boomer.
No one
Banks.
wants to work at a bank.
Medicare, Centrelink. Oh.
Yeah. It's a nightmare.
Oh, it's like a 3-day affair.
Doctors.
Oh, don't get me started.
I want to kind of get on Ozempic. And it's nothing to do with weight or anything. It's just like,
Try it.
I'm always interested in the stuff.
Well, what the doctor said to me was like,
Cool name though.
yeah.
Cool word.
He said to me like, oh, like, what do you eat? I was like, oh, yeah, I'll have, such and such. And he's
Yeah.
like, oh, that's a lot of food. I was like, I'm a big guy. He's like, well, maybe you should get on Ozempic to cut your appetite. And I'm like, well, I don't think it's normal to have my appetite suppressed. And he's like, well, is it normal for you to have fucking 2 mains for dinner as well? I was like,
So, well, yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Come work. Come work in the kitchen.
I was
That's how
like-
we all got fat, hey?
I was like, but I like having 2 mains for dinner. Like,
Yeah, that's your job.
Me too.
I had to taste everything. Do you have 2 mains like on the same plate?
Nah, just I'll have 2
Side by
plates.
side?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But that's all I eat. I just have a huge dinner and that's it. Like
For the
Yeah.
day?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'm
that's
the
the
same.
chef way.
I eat once and that's it.
Yeah, I'm at a
Yeah.
banana or something in the
Beers
morning.
don't count.
Yeah.
Doctor. I was on dexamphetamine for ages when I was a kid for ADHD.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what that did.
Yeah.
It was when you were off it for a day, you were like a pig because you
Yeah.
were like, I fucking need food
Yeah.
because it's just amphetamines.
Well, it's speed, isn't it?
yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a fucking, I guess it's a lower dose. I mean, unless you have 10 of them like they did like they did at parties. I did not sell it to you. But like that's exactly what that felt like. Is you're such an appetite suppressant, but you're like, you didn't give a fuck about food.
Well,
but it's the same as any of those
But that's coffee.
amphetamine drug at the
Yeah,
end.
but
You-
they
You
have
come
the.
into work, you bang a coffee, or you
Yeah.
bang 2 coffees,
Yeah.
and then you're fine for the day.
They're fine, yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you have that double meal at the end, and that's a chef life.
yeah. What do you
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you want us to do?
But also, this guy is hawking fucking
He's-
Ozempic like
he's-
some kind of whore.
Well, I mean, it makes money.
But you were saying that your wife's on it, so you've got both sides of it,
Yeah,
right?
but she's on a small dosage and working a treat for her and
If it works, it gives a shit too, right?
yeah, exactly. And
yeah,
I-
because the point is it's gonna be cigarettes.
But I
where
don't-
like,
But you are right. I don't think it should be the first thing you think of when someone goes,
Totally.
I might have slightly elevated blood pressure. They go Ozempic. And you're like,
Yeah.
instead of going, is it possible for you to walk to work one day a week? So, do you take the stairs or the elevator? Like,
yeah.
How often do you sit down at work? They just go, you know what? Fuck.
I eat
Ozempic.
I eat 2 meals a day, but I also just like canoe myself out around in a gurney so I don't have to use my legs. He's like, Ozempic.
yeah.
So you know what would be
That's
perfect?
Why don't I just
Less
walk?
food. Yeah.
But both of you dudes were talking about high blood pressure and shit. Like, it's got me thinking,
Yeah.
do I need to get checked?
We'll see.
Yes.
When I was cooking, yeah, for sure.
100%.
I think just do blood work for sure. When I
Yeah.
was cooking, it was fucked up. It was fucked up. And now I'm not cooking. I'm still eating like absolute garbage. every day, like every few days, right?
Yeah.
But it's just once thing, and I'm on my feet all the time. Like I now walk around the house like a
Walks around the house.
crazy person.
Instead of the...
And I edit because I used to just sit down and
now.
I used to sit down and edit, and now I walk around like I'm on Ozempic, like just edit on my phone, like walk around with headphones.
Yeah.
And that wasn't, I don't know, I'm sort of like that anyway. I just want to walk.
Yeah.
But
what the fuck? What is blood pressure?
But it has lowered a lot, like because I got blood work done.
What is it?
What is blood pressure?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you asking what blood pressure is?
Chefs, yeah, like understand that it's the pressure of your blood, but like they say to you,
It's how hard your heart works, I'm assuming.
Yes, so the more pressure in your veins, the harder it is for your heart to pump.
and it's
that's
stress
where you get-
related.
I think it's cholesterol, weight, family history.
Yeah, it's all of the above.
Yeah.
Because my dad has it.
exercise, yeah.
Well, my dad
Every
had it.
chef would have a high blood pressure.
No, it's terrible.
Without
Yeah.
a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're getting into your 40s.
It's also like because you're radio hard as well. Like if you're always like in a stress-filled position, or if you've never calm, that's what happens.
Yeah, and you
your
get
blood, you
addicted to
can't
that
just
stress.
keep pumping.
Yeah, but we were in that zone
Yeah, everyone.
for 15 years.
Yes, everyone has it, Tim. Yes.
Funny.
Yeah. Yeah, but your blood pressure probably be good now.
And you're
I'm
at the
going
gym.
bald.
You're at the gym. What, this has nothing to do with age.
That's blood pressure, right?
What is
there.
blood pressure? I'm going bald. But you go to the gym most days, right?
Oh, not most days, twice a week.
You're
Well,
great.
that's something.
I'm wearing a cardigan. That's what it is.
Just say you're ripped, bro.
Mate,
The cardigan, I
you're
know one can
fucking
tell.
looking tight.
I drink daily, which is good.
Yeah, apparently that's not good for your blood pressure.
That's never changed. They always go like, look, cunt, how many drinks do you have? And you're like, I'm not going to lie.
No,
It's whatever the blood work says is how many drinks
I just
have.
think it's impossible for a chef to go into a doctor's office and like talk about what they eat for dinner,
Oh, we're pigs.
what their daily routine is like, and a doctor not just go, oh, you should be dead already.
He asked me how many drinks I have a day. I was like, he's like, oh, what, like, I was like about 8. He's like, yeah, 8 a week's not too bad. I'm like,
And you're like, yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. Let's move on. Yeah.
I was
I
like,
live in a kitchen and work at a bar.
yeah, but it's like, I'll come to work, 9ish. I'll have a sambuca with my coffee. Then I'll have another sambuca with my coffee. Then I might have another sambuca with my coffee.
That's a lot of coffee.
I think it's the coffee.
That's a lot of coffee.
You have a caffeine problem.
I'll have a wine. I'll have a beer. I'll have this and that. But
Yeah.
so I'm trying to cut that down. But it's certainly
It
hard.
is. It's not even it's a habitual, but it's not the substance, is what I always thought. Because like I can go weeks and whatever. I've always been able to do it. Just not drink coffee, not drink booze.
It's back to the coffee.
Right.
The coffee's the problem.
I can't quit coffee.
I've finally, after 40 years, weaned myself off dexamphetamine. That's not true.
I'm smoking gear though. But
Yeah, I mean, like the new one's crack.
Coming from the guy who's been doing fentanyl for the last 6 months.
That was pain relief. Yeah. But I think like I remember that one of the doctors when I was chefing, because I was so over it, and it was like something definitely Sal would have gone, just get a fucking checkup. You know what I mean? Like you can't be good here. And there was no episode that happened. It was just like, I know what you eat at work, all this. And you are working long, and you're always like annoyed.
Yeah.
So, but then the guy asked me the same shit. He's like, what about your diet? And I'm like, okay, yesterday I had, 100 grams of like the end of the Wagyu. They had a jus on it. What's jus? You're like, it's when you get the bones, you reduce it. Like all this. So like you start going through your day and you're like, holy motherfucker. And you're like, I definitely had a confit duck leg, like a whole one.
Yeah.
But throughout,
That I'd forgotten about.
yeah, but I put it in a bowl with more jus on it, and then you had the edges of the fucking dauphinoise or something. And they're like, what's the dauphinoise? And it's like, well,
it's cream.
yes, cream
with a little bit of potato.
It's like more cream than potato.
and then you bake it, and
an
then you
onion.
reheat it, and then
And actually, I put some butter on it.
Yeah. But I've had days where you're
it's like, yeah, the olive oil's healthy, right, mate? Like, yeah.
I got the Indians the fuck up. But I've had days where I've gone to the cool room and I'm like, I just need something to snack on, and there's like a panna cotta, and I'm just like going the whole Dario in the mouth.
In the mouth.
Back to work.
Dude, I have on record for chugging maple syrup, going to the dry store and just going,
I've done that with Anglaise.
like one of the bottles.
Just like that. And the apprentices open the door just like that.
I really want that though. It's hilarious.
It's so good.
So tasty. I've never done that myself.
Oh man,
It's so good.
custard anytime.
Yeah, but
Back shot.
Just have it on plus. Just like
yeah. Well,
What an energy kick.
yeah.
Holy moly. That's got everything in it. It's got fat, sugar, fucking
Maple syrup will
everything.
get you through fucking 3 hours of anything, dude.
oh,
I would
mate,
bleed out my
fuck Red Bull.
nose. I would bleed
Fuck
out my
Red
nose.
Bull.
Actually, that's why I started doing it, because I keep getting nosebleeds. And that
wow.
was the blood pressure. And that's what
Wow.
made
So the
made
pressure
Sal go.
is
"You have
coming
to-"
out of your nose.
It was fucking, yeah, and that's like, yeah. And then they were like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm not doing all of the above.
Yeah.
But my argument to the doctor was like, obviously I'm on my feet for sort of 11 to 16 hours.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, but dude, like, yeah, I can't. And I was like, and then I was going through it. It was like, okay, so I was on like I was on half the pan section reheating. I remember this so vividly. So I was doing the risotto for one of the dishes, like not on pans, but I was having all the ends of everything and the ducks and then I was like, so I'd have a spoon of risotto every time a risotto would come up, and they were like, how many risotto? 30. So I was having a risotto.
A risotto.
So I ate a risotto, yeah. and then yeah, what's a risotto? Yeah, it's like a little bit of rice.
with butter, cheese,
Yeah,
cream,
as much fat as you can get in the stock. Yeah.
comfy duck leg on
Yeah, but
top.
like there must be.
Once you start going through it, you're like, holy fucking hell.
Our
And then
bodies need
Starfies.
something though, right? Like as a chef,
Energy, yeah.
you're like you do go in and crave
Yeah.
things during the day. Like
But
I definitely crave sugar.
I don't crave anything that you're making though. I've got a really bad problem of like, oh, we've got all this cool food, but I don't want to eat any of it right now because I've just
Totally.
fucking prepped it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, fuck it, let's just deep fry something
Yes.
and just coat it in fucking something else.
Yeah. And also that's tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
It's like when you're portioning cheese and you're just like, fuck it, I'm just eating half a
Totally.
bread.
Yep.
Because I don't want any like I don't think I never used to think it was carbs, but like I'm not eating a bunch of carbs. I'm just eating fat all
No.
day because I never wanted to get tired. I hated
Oh, carbs.
getting tired at
Yeah.
work. It
I get
fucking
real.
pissed me off.
I get even more moody than I used to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Because you're like
If I don't
heavy.
get my nap after a gnocchi.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. I can't eat gnocchi anyway. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of gnocchi.
You hate gnocchi?
What
There's
the
a-
fuck's happened to gnocchi?
I make it well, and people at home love it when I make it.
You're
But
angry
it's-
at your
but
child
it's-
and your wife.
I'm angry at the gnocchi.
You're angry.
I'm angry at the gnocchi, and I make it real quick, and it's good. It's just been years of doing it.
You make good gnocchi.
It's-
Your wife and your child are happy, and you're just hating
I'm
it.
like, fuck these
This
bitches.
guy's got some upper limits.
But it's the gnocchi.
Do you make
it's the
potato or
gnocchi.
ricotta?
I don't know, just throw shit in there. It's good, dude. Like whatever I've got, it's like a
But do you make the?
yeah.
But do you go
Roll it out.
full potato or do you?
Yeah,
Oh,
potato.
wow.
Put the ricotta in it if I've got it. Put whatever. I'll smash some sour cream in there
have you ever
sometimes.
tried just ricotta? Ricotta and flour?
Yeah, but I've done it with ricotta and potato flour. I haven't done it with just flour.
Mate.
Have you ever done it with
Yeah.
like potato starch or potato flour?
No.
Fuck, it's so
How
good.
much flour though?
You don't have to blanch it.
It's fucking
Just fry it.
Yeah.
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 That's cool.
Yeah, and you can whisk it up in a thermo and just get the dough and you're like,
That sounds cool.
Yeah, right.
takes you like 10 minutes. You're not waiting for the potatoes to cook.
That sounds cool.
And
I
they
don't do
cool
that
down.
anyway. The way I do it at home.
Raw potato.
I just boil the fuck out of them in the pot. I strain them, put them back in the pot, and then put them over the heat so they dry a bit. And then I throw everything in hot and just fucking like in the pot, and then I just dump it out and go and then blanch it and then fry it off.
Yeah.
Did you ever
Yeah.
hear the
I fucking hate
Apprentice-
gnocchi.
Did
I don't
you
know if
ever
I
hear
said
the
that.
Apprentice fails? Some
No.
guy was trying to mash raw potatoes.
Oh yeah,
Did you hear that one?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking so good, eh?
and then we had the
He had a
second.
masher on raw
Yeah.
potatoes in a steel bowl. He was trying to mash it. Peeled. I think peeled. I think he peeled them.
That gets a clap.
Yes.
Fuck, that was a good one.
All right, we're gonna do this.
All right, boys, I've got a tale for you.
Chef Hotline. So tell us a story.
Probably one of the worst shifts I've ever had.
Dude, that is fucking hilarious.
Blowjob and by the trash can.
On speakpipe.com/no crying in the coolroom.
I didn't even think people wanted to be anonymous, but that makes a lot of sense.
The Chef Hotline, that's what we're calling it. There you go. That's a fucking intro for you.
How good's this podcast going?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Fucking rocking, eh?
Speakpipe.com/no crying in the coolroom. Everyone knows where to go. We got a few from Roosty here. He's the absolute Hall of Famer, but I don't think we'll start with Roosty first because
all right.
he's got like 5 of them.
I'll need another beer before we start him, eh?
All right, yeah. Here we go. Oh.
Who's?
Fuck's sake. Hang on. My phone's down. The thing's down. Here we go.
I've been a apprentice at a restaurant for about 6 months now. And one of the chefs I work with, he's worked in a few other restaurants before working with us. He's been with us for about 4 months.
She sounds broken already.
Yeah.
She sounds so sad.
He's that useless. I've had to teach him how to crack eggs and how to chop things. I've had to
For 6 months.
teach him how to cook things in the deep fryer. Even then, he can't cook them properly in the deep fryer. He'll either burn things, way undercook them, or he just can't get them out on the table on time. During our 9-minute rounds, it takes him about 13 minutes.
Holy shit.
Wait, she'd been there 6 months and he'd been there how long? Years.
No, he just started, I thought.
I've been a apprentice cook and he's worked in a few other restaurants
He's been doing it a
before
while.
working with us. He's
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a guy like that.
Do you, what would you do to a guy like that?
Just politely ask him to leave, I
Just not
suppose.
write him
Yeah.
off the roster.
So just are some people not designed for it, right?
No,
We
no,
know that.
yeah.
I think, I don't even know if I told you that story. We had this bloke called Raji, and he was exactly like that. You couldn't, it took another person to do his job with him. So you're like, what's the point of this guy?
Yeah.
And he would just be on Fridays, we'd do some bullshit, like fucking special lunches. But it was always a lot of sort of everything came in chips just for the Friday and things. So you'd just be like, Raji, just do chips. He'd fuck everything up. You're like,
Yeah.
chips. But we'd also have like really intense, like sort of fine dining meals. So we'd have like this bowl with the it had like roast lamb rump, a rolled fucking something feta, you know, like, and then you just put fan the lamb rump on top, and it had a consomme with it too. So it was one of those sort of things. But then we had this fucking office meal bullshit going on in the city. So he would just be there, and we like chips in the bowl, and you'd have to give him the bowl and everything, and you'd be like, chips are done, that was the shit. And he got so stressed one day, we were like, chips in the bowl. Like, put the chips in the bowl. It's right there. We're giving you a bowl, but the chips. He just dumped all these chips on top of this lamb dish. And it was like the chef just started fighting him. It was just like, you know, grabbed him just like this and just like, you're out, and just dragged him outside.
Perfect.
And they were like, well, we're all on chips now. So we all were anyway.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
There's nothing's changed.
Yeah.
Poor Raji.
Really?
Poor Raji. Oh,
I reckon you'd fucking
yeah.
you'd push him out, bro.
You'd be like, fucking Raji.
Who's the most useless person you've worked with? Anyone come to mind?
Oh, yeah, there's a few, but you know what I fucking
You don't
name
have to
and
say a
shame.
name. You don't have to say
Started
their
top
home
10
address.
list. Top 10 list. Where they now work.
You don't need a
Yeah,
full
no.
description, but maybe could they crack eggs?
Oh, no.
You were right. She legitimately sounded fucked.
Yeah, she was
up.
broken.
I reckon
Yeah.
she was just like early morning, woke up, she's like, I got to tell them.
Got to tell these guys this.
Yeah.
I can't tell
fucking
anyone. Plus 6 months in, you can't tell anyone.
I had a mate in here. We're not friends anymore, so I'll fucking throw him under the fucking bus. And we went to TAFE together, and he was one of those dudes that like knew everything, but he was just shit. But he had the attitude. And we were like on and off from being friends for so many times because he was just a fucking wild pisshead that couldn't handle his booze. start a fight with people. And you're just like, I just can't be around this cunt anymore.
Yeah.
And one day he saw me at the front of the restaurant. He's like, oh, is this where you work? I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, I'm really looking for a job. I've changed my ways, this and that.
Shit.
I've changed my ways. What a classic line.
I was
Second thing you say.
you know what?
Second thing. Hang on, I've changed my ways.
I've
It's
changed
not
my
even like
ways.
I'm willing to do anything.
I've changed my ways. I don't do that anymore. He's like, do you know anyone that's looking? And I was like, well, we're looking for someone to help us out casually. And a few weeks went by and he was doing all right. He was on about 3-4 shifts a week. It was okay. And then one day he comes to work, fucking drunk as fuck. But just like,
Wasn't me.
no, it wasn't you.
Promise.
And he was just really shit. Like he was like falling over in the kitchen, and I was like,
Oh God.
yeah,
Can't have it.
We're
That's
making-
tragic, eh?
Yeah, and I was like, oh fuck it. I was like, Sam, fucking just sit at the front, like like sober up, go home. That's all this, just sit at the front.
Yeah.
He goes to the front, and I'm watching for the pass, and he goes to one of the bartenders. He goes, oh, can I have some beers?
Straight into it, eh?
Yeah, I put my knives down,
Had to keep my buzz going.
walked out, went in the bar, and just fucking fired him in front of everyone in the restaurant, and he just left, and that was it. And I haven't seen him since.
Did you say you're fired?
I was like, get the fuck out!
Yeah, perfect. Gave him the whole spiel.
Yeah, yeah. And it was just one of those things where it was like so fucking disrespectful. Like
Yes. Yeah.
that's probably the worst.
I was talking to a normal person, one of my friends the other day, and he was talking about how he felt bad firing people. He's like, oh, I fired this person, and it still sticks with me. I was like, dude, I fucking fired so many people, like in an angry hatred.
Yeah.
I've never felt bad about it.
Yeah.
I reckon I got more people fired. There was
Snaking
always,
them? You snake them behind their back?
yeah, but like it was more like he is a problem or she is a problem, but you haven't been able to see it because you're not on shift with them or
They,
something.
them,
So
yes.
it's like,
They, them.
oh, beg your pardon, I don't want to misgender anyone.
them.
Definitely want to misgender anyone.
They, them are a
No
problem.
crying in the cool room.
That would be funny. If anyone's out there in the kitchen now, I'd say that to somebody.
Yeah, they, them could be a problem.
They, them is a problem.
They, them. I would be looked at with so much disgust if I just kept saying that all day around town instead of like him and her. I reckon it would be like you wouldn't listen to what I was saying after that. Maybe I think.
You just switch off.
But did you just say they, them? You would just be like, what the fuck did he just say?
Stuart
He, they,
Law's-
what the fuck did they, them just say? Oh, that hit my head.
Luckily, we live by ourselves and we don't have to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
G'day, gents. Chris, former hospo, front of house lad.
Oh, yeah, nice.
When I was
I like his
21, I
energy.
did 6 months working in northern New Hampshire in the US, earning $2.38 US an hour plus tips.
Oh, stop
One of the things I did
bragging.
with the chefs for the place I worked with, we knocked off a 1 litre bottle of Grey Goose between the 5 of us in a shift. And let's just say food was good, but my tips were even better. Keep up the great work, lads. See ya.
It's 5 of them,
A
though.
positive story.
5 of them.
Yeah.
1.5 litre, though.
1 litre.
1 litre.
Oh, did he obviously?
Yeah.
5 of them. It's like 4 shots each.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
You know the shots. You know the
200
amounts.
200 mils. Yeah.
You calculated that. You're still in the game, bro. That
Oh,
math,
mate.
those kind of maths,
Mate.
those that mill math.
He had 4 standard drinks in a night.
Yeah, it's only 200 mils.
Yeah.
My rough pour is like 100 minimum.
Pretty
if
sure
I'm giving
Pero
the
just
fucking
said
grey.
3 Sambucas when he gets in.
That's on a good day. I mean, I've stopped drinking. Well, I've stopped drinking, but I've stopped smoking, vaping.
That's good.
Vaping is fucking.
Get
dude,
that out of there.
dude, it's because it's fucking delicious.
Is it?
Well, yeah.
Like the blueberry? Or
What, you don't like blueberries?
It smells
I love
delicious.
blueberries.
It smells delicious.
Yeah,
I don't like it around me.
No, neither.
But you can't deny that it smells like Starburst.
Like-
It's yeah.
A cigarette makes you feel like a dirty fucker. You know what I mean? Like you,
Yeah.
you have a smoke, you're like, oh fuck, I have to do school pickup.
Yeah.
Get the fucking
They
spray
blow it
out.
out the window.
Yeah.
You're always on the way to somewhere else with a cigarette. You're like, oh, fuck.
But blueberries,
Yeah.
blueberries.
He's the
how
fun
they-
guy.
That's how they
with the
got
blueberry.
everyone. That's how
Yeah,
they got the
exactly.
kids.
But
Yeah. And
I-
it's easy. It looks cool.
But
The
I
thing
found
looks
it
better.
like you have the blueberry and it leaves a bit of a sweetness in your mouth, and you're like, "Fuck, I could go for a cronut right now." Like, you know, I've got that wanting that sugar. So like, it wasn't even the nicotine from the vape; it was the sugar rush that came with it.
Yeah, well, they've added sugar to nicotine.
Exactly.
They've taken it to the next level.
I started eating more sugar, and I was like drinking Anglaise.
Water vapor. Yeah. What a gateway drug.
Yeah,
Gateway to
it's like
Anglaise.
the
Vape on glaze.
Mate, mate, I'll get my fucking Alex Jones on this, and I'm telling you that vapes were started by the sugar companies because they're fucking making frogs gay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Frogs.
Yeah.
They, them.
They them frogs.
I reckon what? Okay, say every kid that was vaping, swap that with like a bottle of Anglaise, right? What would you reckon is more dangerous though? If you were just like, say you're vaping like every whatever, you just pump in the Anglaise instead.
Oh, I'd say vaping still.
I don't know.
You got
Fuck,
eggs.
dude.
You got eggs. You're gonna stop eating Anglaise after a while. I've seen cunts like just vape
actually, that
all
is
day,
true.
all day. Just
That is
vape,
true.
Vape, vape.
You probably like.
I didn't think about that.
You'll
There is a
probably look
limit to
fat.
fucking Anglaise. Yeah.
A litre of Anglaise goes a long way.
Like one of these, you're like, oh fuck.
I just don't think you can see the damage either.
Holy shit, you would fill up. Yeah.
You can't see the inside of your lungs. Like if you ate Anglaise as much as you vaped, you'd get fat, and people are like, "Oh, that guy's unhealthy."
Yeah, but you start
don't
vomiting. You
see the-
develop like an egg allergy or
These
something.
kids in the Anglaise.
Yeah.
In the Anglaise. Yeah.
I love that this guy just had a really good, positive story.
Yeah, we just
and
shat
were
on
like,
it.
Yeah, I can't even. We're so cool about vapes. That was just degenerate. Yeah.
That's nice to get a front of house person in there, though. Yeah. Appreciate that.
I like the.
$2.38 though. That's fucked. That country's fucked, and no one's like saying anything about it.
$2.38. So what if even at the conversion rate, that's not even $5, right?
Yeah, that's like
An hour
$4.
here.
$4 an hour.
They,
Yeah.
they say plus tips, right? And it's 15%, 20%. What is it?
It's like base rate 10. But they'd like try, if you pay by credit card, they add like 12.5 or 15, depending where you are though.
I do love the
Can you not
motivation.
You cannot tip.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have to tip.
You have to tip.
You don't have to tip.
But I love the motivation. Like, think if the staff got half their wages from the people they served.
Good.
Yeah, the shit would be fucking firing around here, you know? I do like the motivation of it, but it's, unfair.
But why can't we just pay people properly and dish is $40, it's $40. Why do I have to do fucking mental gymnastics after I've had 12 beers?
Yeah.
It's tough.
To make sure that single mother gets, they feeds
should.
their kid. Like it just doesn't seem
Because
right. Like,
also, if they are shit, you can be like 10% minimum. Fuck you.
Yeah, so it's a reward on how good you are or how much you suck up to somebody or something like that. Like if you're on sort of 32 an hour at the front, it's like I'm on 32 an hour. It doesn't matter how. I think that's the argument anyway. I don't necessarily sign up for that.
yeah,
but
if you're shit, you
That's
just
the
lose your job. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
In Australia, that's true.
Yeah, if you're casual, it's good. Yeah, get rid of them. Should we do a roosty?
What's a roosty?
So we've had this guy on maybe once or twice, and we didn't know what his name was. We thought we couldn't quite hear him. He's a big Ocker guy, ex-chef or current chef. I don't know. He's in the mines or something, rooster, something like that. But we don't listen to these. And he was the first one we were like, maybe we should listen to these. So, all right. Do you want to do it?
Yeah, you're good. But see, look, there's sun.
Yeah, I just thought that.
But it'll go away. We're good.
Yeah, fuck the sun, eh? I'm trying to get these in order. He sent us through a bunch, so come on, Roosty. 25, here we go.
How you going, Tim, Lachie?
Mate.
Rootsy here. It's Rootsy, not Rooster.
Oh,
but,
Rootsy.
you can call me whatever you want. Just don't call me
now.
late. Just
Go back. Start this
How you
again.
going, Tim, Lachie? Rootsy here. It's Rootsy, not Rooster, but you can call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late. I'm sitting here at the airport waiting for my plane to take me back to
I thought he was going to say,
my
just
dead
don't
end
call me
job
a
again. I
racist.
thought I'd give you guys a buzz. My first day as an apprentice chef in this kitchen that I was working at, the head chef was an Austrian dude. I can't remember his name, but he was showing me how to do pan-fried snapper. And his method of pan-fried snapper was drown the snapper in 500 grams of melted butter and basically deep fry it. And when it came to serving it, he put the whole pan over the bin and just sort of tilted it slightly to drain off the excess butter.
Yeah.
And I'm standing there all wide-eyed, never really seen the inside of a commercial kitchen before, and I see this snapper just go like a slippery dip down the side of the pan, off the lip, get airborne, do a big backflip, and straight into the bin. Now, this, without missing a beat, this chef's looked around to see if anyone's seen it, and then just dived in and fished out the fish, chucked it back in the pan, gave it a bit of a swish, and served it. So that was, the start of my cooking career, and kind of set the tone for the rest of it.
That was a good one.
Rootsy! Dog.
It is. It's rootsy. I've even written it wrong here as well. So I got it wrong then. Rootsy.
Yeah, but it's also rooter and rooster.
Rooster. What do you say? Don't call me what?
Don't call me late.
Oh, God.
Late?
Yeah, it's a very old thing to say.
Very old thing.
Okay.
But he should have said, "Don't call me a racist."
Yeah.
Because of his
I thought he was about to. I thought he was
previous messages.
I thought he was about to say some stuff about Austrians. It was like,
yeah.
But surely they're fair game.
Austrians?
Yeah,
easy.
You can't produce.
They've had
you know who and then be all like,
exactly.
I'm just storied past.
Yeah.
They've got up a bit of mischief in the past. Yeah.
I don't know who shows the first day apprentice how to cook snapper, but fucking A.
Pan fried snapper.
I think about some skewers, right?
Yeah.
Like a 9-year-old or something.
Yeah, but also he's not cooking it. He's just being shown, come here, I want to show you something I think is impressive.
Yeah, and then he just throws it in the bin.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, him fishing
The fish out of the bin
was
the best bit. Yeah,
is very impressive. In the wrong way.
No, it's a lesson though.
Yeah, it's a lesson. This is what I do and you shouldn't do.
10 seconds applies to in the bin and also outside of the bin.
Was it above the rim?
That just goes to show like what the costing is of those places, because I've worked at those places too where I think he was hopefully he's exaggerating about the 500 grams of butter, but you fucking use so much butter all the time on those sort of dishes.
Yep.
So it just goes to show, like, you might get a snapper on the plate, probably bin the bin, but that's how you cook it, or that's how you cook some things necessarily. Yeah. But you can't keep the butter. I think it's the thing. Like once you basted something, you can't keep it.
I always used to love the people that poured hot fat into the bin.
Melt the bin.
Yeah, but they'd have like a whole method, put a
takeaway on top and then aim for the takeaway container and
then you have to take the bins out. It's all melted and shit. You're like, you're a fuckhead.
Yeah, you fucked everyone's day. Yeah.
Like, no, I've got it. It's fine. The whole bin melts. Okay.
How you going, Tim? Lachie, Rootsy here. Just wanted to address an important issue. Drugs in the kitchen.
Yes.
They're good or bad, who knows?
This could be Ozempic.
It could be.
Now.
I doubt it from Rootsy.
Well, the first time I ever took acid was at a nightclub.
Perfect. First time I ever took acid. This guy was showing me snapper.
This is so cool, hey?
And I've never done, hard drugs before. I've done a bit of pot and that sort of caper. But
Heroin.
I got offered a half a tab of acid, and I took this, and about a half an hour went by, and nothing really happened, and I thought it was a dud. And I went and got it, asked for another half, and I dropped that. And the very next morning, I had a breakfast shift at the restaurant I was working at, and I had to open up. And needless to say, within about a half an hour, I was tripping balls big time. And when I got to my breakfast shift the next morning, I was still tripping balls. I was seeing pink dragons, and the walls were moving. And but I managed to. I told the kitchen hand who was up to speed on this sort of caper, and we got through it. But your opinion, drugs? Good or bad in the kitchen? I vote good.
I can see the time running out. I was like, oh, that's it. He's like, I vote good. Yeah. I've been vocal about this before. I've definitely, I've seen the most impressive shit I've ever seen cooked, and I know they're on opiates and shit. You're holy, you can't do it the way. I mean, and also you didn't need to help them. You need to jump in and help them. But then you see them at 2, like this brekkie, and you see them at 2 p.m. They're fucked on a crate. Yeah. They're completely fucked. Yeah.
It's not good.
No,
it's not good at all.
You shouldn't be on it.
No.
But if you ever see it, it's fucking impressive, mate.
Yeah, it's doable, but it's not consistent.
Yeah,
kinda-
acid's not the right way to go.
Acid's probably the worst one.
The attitude that, I mean, we talked about a lot, is that as long as you're doing the shit, no one will say anything.
Yeah.
As long
You
as
have to do
you're
it as good.
Yeah,
That's the problem with your drinking.
as good or
mate,
better.
Is he was doing a shit job.
Yep.
And you're like, fucking fuck, eh?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't that he was drinking,
yeah.
it was that it was shit.
Yeah, it was kind of falling over, and we had a dish. It was like a crab linguine type thing, and just had a little bit of chili garlic paste. Just put it in the beginning just to get a bit of flavor. And he was like using it as it was tomato to color the dish. So he was putting like tablespoons in, and he put it up to the pass. I'm like, I'm not serving this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, whoa, fuck you.
That's what I mean.
Jesus Christ. He came at the chef.
Yeah.
Fuckhead.
Sounds like the perfect member of the kitchen. But yeah, that's the thing, is like, you kind of know when people are like that, but as long as they're serving the shit up, nothing really goes wrong. The dockets are going out, everything looks how that should look, hot, fucking, everything perfect.
Yeah.
No one's going to say shit.
But you know in the back of your head that there's no longevity in this. And this guy is about to fucking...
When it ends, it will end.
Yeah.
big
And it will
time.
end quick.
Yeah. Or just there'll be a day where he just doesn't show, and you're like, and that's when you know, okay.
Yeah.
You don't even question it. You're like, this is it.
And you already have the next guy lined
Today's
up.
the day. Yeah. But at the moment, you're like, yeah, well, it's all right. I can run a pass or something like that. Yeah. All right, sweet.
I was a drug taker in kitchens and around it, just because I wanted a weekend when I was a young fella.
Yeah. That was the thing.
I was definitely doing it a lot.
But I suppose we did it. There's a difference in how you take drugs. I think that's the other question. If people are going, it's Saturday night and I want to go to Ambar and fucking let loose, I've got Sunday off and I'm going to take 15 pills and get fucked up, spend all day Monday recovering, and then Sunday, and then Monday I'll roll into work a bit ginger, I can respect that. But if you're like, it's Wednesday night, 10 minutes before service, I'm just going to have some fucking gear.
Drop some acid.
But like, there's no kind of like, you're just a fucking bit of a...
Don't waste your drugs at work.
But
if they're around your life, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
We're in hospitality.
I always compared it to that thing of like everyone, like other people have sort of Monday to Friday jobs and have the weekend, and that's when they do it. Yeah. But we were
they're
like,
all coked out anyway.
We're like, we have like the Monday, Tuesdays, or the something like that. So it's like after your shift, it's like you can't just keep doing it. You can't just keep working.
Yeah,
you got to let loose, and you got to do it in a fast way. And you can only go to 3 a.m. or whatever, and then you got to be back work at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 6 a.m., whatever it is. Yeah. So but your weekend is like Monday, Tuesday, you go to Coles and you just want to sleep anyway. Yeah. So that's what I equate it to, is like, because that's how I was. It's like, you can't just keep going. Like, you're not a robot. You need to let loose at some point.
Yeah, I did that for about 3 years, I think, when I was at, worked at Jackson's, and that was closed on Sundays. So we'd get on it Saturday night. Yeah. And then I did a breakfast shift at the place I used to work before, just from like 6:30 till 12, just for extra money. But you came into that shift straight after like a nightclub, just like fucking...
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
You just do it, and then I had Monday off, and that was the day. Just fucking sleep.
Work was just never an obstacle for going out.
Yeah, no.
It was like...
whatever.
And everyone else would be like, I just remember the amount of parties, everyone's on the couch in the morning all monged out, and I've done everything that everyone else has done, and they're like, and I'm like, all right, off to work.
It's walking over bodies, eh?
Yeah.
And they're like, they can look at you like, what the I couldn't do anything worse than that. I'm like,
yeah, but
not an obstacle.
But the kitchen's always a safe space, like you work on instinct and muscle memory, and
everyone's going through something too, or on coming down on. So everyone, you look at each other and you're like, okay, it's like you check the room. It's just like you just get there.
You don't care.
No one's going to go like, how are you feeling today? And you just start work. Like that.
But he's not going to be like, you came under the influence, I'm going to fire you, and then I'm going to do my job and your job.
By design, we're understaffed.
It's like, can you do your job still? Like, yeah, sweet.
You've got that over them, hey?
Yeah, but no one's going to ask you that either.
No.
Because for the danger of you know what? It's the first time I've ever been asked, and I don't feel good. I might have to go home. You know what I'm saying? There's a fucking danger. You're like, I'm not going to ask this guy.
He looks sick. If I don't talk to him for 2 hours, he might set up properly at least.
Yeah, but he's going to get 2 hours of some prep done.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
No,
I won't have to make a hollandaise. Sweet.
That's why no one could ever get me, because I would always come in and do as good a job.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you could do whatever you want, and sometimes the chef's like, "Oh,
Well, yeah.
fucking be like, yeah, I got it, bro."
You just have to be.
Make your menu
He's
harder,
like,
bitch.
"Why are you skipping?" And I'm like, "I'm on MDMA."
Yeah. You just have to be better than the other addicts next to you, I suppose.
But it's
as good, right?
But it's also like, I think we were all smart enough for the previous day to make sure you packed up really well, did all your lists well, and
You
then
don't
I'll
want to
get
hear
on
about
it.
it, eh?
So yeah, so it's the next day you walk in, you just pull your tray out, it's all set up,
Totally.
and you're like, yeah, I'm done.
I'm not coming into a shit fight
Exactly.
for myself. No way.
and have people say, why didn't you?
Yeah,
Like, fuck, I'm so dehydrated. I've got a headache. Yeah.
Just walk in ready, like, yeah, I'm ready, bitch. Yeah,
It
I'm
was
fucked
almost
up.
fun. I almost like look back on it and being fun, because it was like, you know, it was a little bit of a playground, the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
things to eat, you got things to drink, you're pretty fucked up. Everyone else is just lying around doing fuck all at home.
Yeah.
You kind of
Yeah.
like doop-a-doop. You got like a little bit of a fun playground.
Yeah,
to-
and you like chat with the front of house, play with them a little bit. And
yeah, half of them are fucked. Everyone's, you know,
Yeah.
nice place to be.
Everyone's fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
there's never like one person that's like, oh, well, I had my 9 hours of sleep last night. I had a chamomile tea before bed.
Yeah.
What's your excuse? It's like, nah, they're on heroin. They're
Yeah.
doing this.
How's that going to help your cooking?
Yeah, it's not.
How's the strength to get up that morning though, when everyone
I
else
can't
is
do
like,
it now.
yeah, no, I can't do it.
Now, like, I'm struggling now.
I don't even
yeah.
get close to a hangover ever now.
No, I've burnt all that
But
stuff out.
how's the fucking strength to just
Yeah.
pull yourself up like it's like
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings or something? You're just like,
Yep.
and everyone else, like you said, everyone else is just, that's their day now. It's just whenever my body feels okay, I might get
But
up.
that's not heart pressure. You fucking.
yeah, and then someone says, yeah, your blood pressure's a bit high.
It's like, I needed it for the last 10 years. I needed it as high as possible.
Yeah.
Like, you get addicted to stress and adrenaline, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah. You get that,
It's so much more interesting as well. And then it gets very boring.
Yeah.
Like eventually.
But,
But
like,
it's like if every day is like that, it's always different. It's not the same problem. It's just different problems.
Yeah.
Or interesting things go on or someone drops
Yeah.
something.
And
or-
your friends are there. You had a lot of
There's
friends.
so
at work.
many
Yeah, exactly,
stories.
yeah.
Everyone's got a story too. The next day, you're like,
But you're
I feel
you're
like
also
shit.
like at work. You're not socializing with people that you would usually socialize with outside of work. So
Yeah.
like you're meeting these new people that have completely different outlooks to everything.
yeah.
And you're like, this is fucking interesting. Like,
Yeah, man.
this guy's a Buddhist warrior monk.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, fuck yeah, I can get amongst that.
I think
yeah,
that's
I'll
why
talk
you
to
get,
this dude.
you get so accepting of people as well. Like
Yeah,
even if you
yeah.
were like that anyway, you're just like, cool. Or you like find that people actually do find things funny about themselves and they're completely retarded. And you're like, it's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious. I like
Yeah.
this guy. Yeah. I'm not perfect either. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I like that shit. Should we do one more roosty? Rootsy?
Rootsy.
Ruder.
Oh, we do one more.
G'day, Tim, Lachie, Rootsy here. Another little gem for you. We had an
So
apprentice
good.
who was a real pain in the ass. Shout out to Tobias Sinderman, if you're listening. He was a real muppet. He used to fuck everything up. And we were doing a stock take, and he was getting in the way constantly. So I told this bloke to go stock take the ice in the ice machine.
Oh,
And off he
Rootsy.
trotted, and he came back about 10 minutes later, and he goes, I've got a question, Rootsy. I'm a little confused. All the ones that have melted, do I take them off the total count?
That is a good question.
Anyway, loving the potty. Keep up the good work. See ya.
You are the podcast.
That is a great question to come back and go, you know what? I am going to stock take the ice and I'm going to ask you some proper stock take questions.
the funny
this
thing
was
is-
ice. Is it now stock take as ice or water?
See, the funny thing is, if I was in that situation, and asked me to stock take the ice, I'd be like, no dramas. I will count that for 3 fucking hours of work, and you will pay me.
100%.
And he'll be like, oh, I got him with the fucking ice. I'm like, yeah, I did nothing for 4 fucking hours.
I did nothing and it's cooler by the ice machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And now the front of house doesn't have ice and you can say, ask Rootsy.
Chef asked me to count the ice.
Did you want some? Because I've almost counted these buckets. Yeah.
It sounds like he's been asking people to call him Rootsy since he was like 16.
It sounds like a self-given nickname as well.
Totally.
Yeah.
Call me Rootsy.
Rootsy.
All right, dude.
He's a fucking star. We had Ben on as well last week.
Ben.
On the calls.
Yeah.
Here's some good ones too.
Yeah,
I like this.
guy
I like
from
these people.
Chicago.
I like
Oh,
these
cool.
people. Yeah.
Where's Rootsy from?
Here.
You need to get him on.
He's doing FIFO, so he must be. I'm assuming.
You need to get him on. You need to meet this.
I
He's
know.
doing some
All
comedy
legend.
or something, he reckons.
Yeah.
Oh,
Some
he's after
stand-up.
your job as well.
Yeah, he can have it.
One
out
off.
there
One
somewhere.
off.
Yeah.
One off his job. You can take one of his jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's out there doing stand-up about this stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, well.
I enjoy any of that.
Kitchen stories are always good, but
Yeah.
We should. Yeah, Rizzy, fuck. I just can't get over it. Just can't get over him.
His
Holy
fucking
shit.
son's got us, eh, fellas? Nice spot, though.
I'm all right. Maybe it's just where you're sitting.
Oh, yeah. It's just the exposure on that fucker.
Yeah, we'll be right. As long as Pero's in it this time.
or was I not in it last time?
I might be confusing with a different episode.
No, there was an episode where the cameras weren't on.
I had the.
I definitely wasn't
That
in
was
some of it.
the good one.
Yeah, that was the good. Yeah,
That was the second time you were in the
I
room.
was so fucking high that day.
Yeah.
You were.
What is it like weaning off fentanyl?
Oh, well, they gave me fentanyl and they gave me nerve blockers as well, and I found that a bit harder. I forgot
What is... Okay, yeah, I'm cutting you off, but what is a nerve blocker? What does a nerve blocker feel like when you take it?
You just don't feel anything.
Like
in your
pain?
skin?
Yeah.
What if you like stretched?
No, I feel nothing. So a lot of people take them before they get like long tattoos, and then just and they go to sleep while they're getting tattooed. So
What if you
like-
brush your teeth? Can you feel that sort of
Well,
shit?
I
off?
wasn't. Yeah.
You
I
weren't brushing
wasn't
teeth.
brushing my teeth.
Fair enough. You're on fentanyl and nerve blockers. Yeah.
It was full on. But I don't know. Like you kind of. I can cold turkey anything. So
Yeah.
I just stopped.
You can see why people don't though, or
No,
can't.
no, but it's like
Yeah.
it's really kind of like eye opening because like 8 hours will go past and you just don't know
Yeah?
on fentanyl. Yeah, you have
You're
know,
just cruising.
cruise. Yeah, you just like zonk out.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But
I
you're
like
saying-
that though.
You're
If you
saying
watch,
that you haven't really felt the same since, right?
No, I've been really concerned with like health and stuff since it happened. Obviously, because I massacred my arm. But then I did some blood work, and then we're like, oh, your health's not good. This is not good. This, and I wasn't sure if my health was better prior to cutting the arm or now. So
due to that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Good question though.
yeah.
Pretty interesting.
Obviously they'll be like, no, everything's fine.
I like the doctors you go to though, because like for the ones who haven't seen that episode, they were just like, yeah, fentanyl straight away.
Yeah,
at the
straight
hospital.
out. Yeah. Taking videos of it, like selfies and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
It was
That's Charlie Gardner, eh?
wild.
Yeah, because a couple of nurses DM'd this is like that's what the Charlie's nurses are like.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck. Because they just booted me to the door. They were like, oh, is your friend picking you up?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know.
But I just think that's maybe that hospital because that's probably what they do all day. Is that sort of shit? Maybe it's a
Yeah,
heavy.
yeah.
Just large injuries.
I don't know. Maybe they get more people through the door. I don't know. But there was a funny thing about it because we were talking about nurses at the same time way
Yeah.
back. Yeah,
Fucking A.
yeah. They were just like these guys, just because you have to get that. I suppose if you see those sort of like an ER doctor, you'd have to get the way a bit of a.
Oh, this would have been
attitude like a
nothing for
chef.
her, but yeah.
But it's like the more gnarly, the
Yeah.
more interesting. Maybe. I think that's what I would think. I'd be like, "Fuck, this is awesome."
Yeah, there is desensitized
Come see this, come see this.
as
Yeah.
we are to other things.
Yeah.
Like drug taking or whatever. There's like giant injuries.
Or just
people
cutting
crying.
yourself because, like, when you cut yourself, there's no way you'd be like, "I need to go to the hospital straight away." You'd just be like, "How can I?" And like, obviously, you needed help straight away.
Yeah,
But,
you fell over.
yeah. But I've cut my knuckle off and eventually needed that redone and everything. And I did that like 3 days later, and I'm cool. You could see the bone, you could see everything. But I just went through
It
it.
didn't change anything for cooking though, right? Like, did you?
No, I've kind of got a different outlook. Like the menu's a bit smaller in here. We're really trying to promote like not working as much.
Promote no knives.
We're cooking without heat and knives.
Revolutionary. You can spin that into such a good article.
We have a
like
new
one of
HR
those
department.
fucking, like good food articles or something, or delicious article. The revolutionary chef, not cooking with like
knives or heat.
changing the system.
Yeah.
So not working as much as in like, I don't know, maximizing
Hours?
Just trying to like really kind of clean everyone's roster up. Like, well, we've over the last maybe 2 months really focused on people having more nights off and making the menu more attainable in like a 40-hour week rather than doing 55, 60 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So like kind of putting the ego on the back seat and more sort of worrying about this is what sells, this is what people like. If we have time, we'll do specials. If we don't, we don't.
Yeah. Have you seen any change in the guests, like people coming in?
Still the same kind of patronage. You don't really like.
No one like, oh fuck, where's the special?
No, because we it's been fortunate that we can always do a special or two, but we've sort of like cut the menu by about 5 dishes, and it's just better because everyone seems happier in the kitchen.
Yeah.
The punters are still there supporting, and we're kind of like, instead of doing like 3 split shifts, we're all doing 1 a week now, which is really, really good,
That is cool.
That is sick.
And trying to look after people that kind of are the engine of a restaurant as well. Like, like I've got, there's 3 of them in there, and they're really solid. Like,
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool way of doing it.
Yeah.
Like
work to your limits before you kind of add to it. Start with 10 dishes, and when everyone's sort of mastered that, add another 2, then another 1 or 2, and see how you feel rather than go like, I want to have a cool octopus dish.
Yeah, or you need to have 2 seafood.
So
4,
other chefs, think I'm a cool fucking dude. You know?
Yeah. What's the ego part of it? Are you saying like?
Well, we all want peers to like what we do. You know what I mean? Like, no chef goes, well, at least what I think. Like, chefs don't go like, oh, I'm going to have this cool Oki dish with this, and that for, average Joe down the street to be like, oh, wow. Well, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, that will still happen, and it's a good dish, but it's most of when we design food, it's about like, oh, how can I impress other industry people?
Yeah.
And if you take that out of the equation and just cook the food you want to eat, and obviously make it really smart and put effort into it, you just kind of like free your mind from all the bullshit.
Yeah, because you're trying to think about like a peer coming in and looking at your menu, or seeing it online and being like, oh, he knows what he's doing.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. And take that out, and everyone just becomes so much more freer.
I was always like
fucking
that.
Great.
Oh yeah, but it's a good way of explaining it. I never even thought about it like that, but that's why I do have like this is my problem, not anyone else's problem. That's why I've always disliked food writers and food critics and things like that. They might be good, they might be whatever. Who gives a shit? But I've never really put them up anywhere because it's nothing to do with can you do it? It's like I don't do this for you. I do it. I care about like the chef down the street whose restaurant I really love, and they're like, shit, this is good. This is all. And then you're like, whoa, that's wicked. That's where you get it from.
Then the customers,
or the regulars actually. Regulars. I will always go if the regular, would come up to you and go, "Oh, this is the new one's cool," or I would have this next time or something like that. I kind of rated that as well because they eat here all the time, and
that would come for the same dish.
Yeah.
So we're doing all this extra stuff for our peers and things.
But it's also like if you're like, not in the industry and you love coming here and you're like, oh, they do this fucking wicked, fish with fondant potatoes.
Yeah.
And then you tell your mates in the office, oh, your laundry does a wicked fish with fondant potatoes. And they're like, oh, do they? And they're like, yeah, they really do. So it's like kind of your reputation now. You're promoting the venue. So they come here and we've changed it, and now it's like fish with bok choy. Then all of his mates are like, where the fuck are the fondant potatoes, bud?
I heard all about the fondant potatoes.
Yeah, so he's like, oh shit, they've changed the menu again. Oh,
yeah.
So it's like there is a relatable and
I get it,
element, and people want to kind of like find the good everywhere and kind of like lord that over people as well. Like,
but they can keep going back for the good.
Yeah, exactly.
Well.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
They definitely don't realise that you've cooked this fondant potato thousands of times though, and you're like, I just want the bok choy now. Like they don't get it.
Yeah.
Sure, that's why you're cooking it. You're cooking it for people to eat,
but it's such a tough balancing act between menu change and pissing off regulars and trying to appease your own kind of sanity and trying not to go too far into like being, like new age and different just for the sake of it to make your mark in a way. But like it's that's the juggling act, I think.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like when we were all like, when you guys were cooking, like you'd never put a pumpkin soup on the menu, right? No, you wouldn't. But I bet all of us can make a fucking sick pumpkin soup.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't put it on because you're like, oh, that's not good enough to be on a menu. No,
Yeah.
like,
I've done that also. Like, I can do it.
yeah.
But that doesn't consider a customer at all.
Yeah.
About any, because even the fondant potato, you say a chef down the road sees fish and fondant potato, he'd be like,
Yeah.
fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Who can't do that?
Fish and chips. Yeah.
But then you've done it, and you've done it well, and you've got a nice system where it's really consistent.
Yeah.
And then people are just cramming into the restaurant because it's fucking, look at this.
Yeah. So it's like, and he might, do something different, and I'll be like, okay, oh, well done, you fucking,
Yeah. I saw a couple of places around town now are just doing the hand cut chips, steak, and then béarnaise, and I've seen that a bunch now. But like, that's cool. That's all I want it to. But like, that's like the first time I saw it, I'm like, well, yeah. It's just steak, frites, and fucking béarnaise is so classic. But like, I would eat that. Like, I would eat that fucking 10 times.
Yeah.
Do you think the
So yes, like
price point of a venue determines how far they should push the envelope on dishes like that? Because if I went somewhere that's like a really high-end steakhouse, I kind of want to be wowed, but I don't. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because if I go to Rosemount, I can get, chips, béarnaise, and steak, and it's delicious. They do a nice steak at the Rosemount. But I mean, like if I went to Rockpool and they just gave me that, I'd be like, I don't know why. Why is that? Like,
if you go to Six Head, it's great. It was great, but it was like obviously 3 times the price of anywhere else, and you're like, that's what made you think, oh.
But that doesn't justify the price point, does it? Like,
no. But also everything was good, but you're like, oh. I don't know. It still felt like, oh,
you do need something extra.
Like, what was it going to taste like? What did you actually think it was going to taste like? It's still a good steak cooked well. Yeah, whatever you had, the sauce was good. Yeah, the salad was really good. All this sort of stuff. What did you? You can't expect it to taste like fucking, I don't know, like Belgian truffles or something. It's always going to taste like a good steak.
But then you just not go back.
But then again, you can go there and just get a good steak. Yeah,
it is a good question though.
But it definitely doesn't justify the fucking price.
I think it has to be produce based. If I'm going for those price points and stuff, I want like bone marrow or something. I want like that extra bit.
Yeah,
that people
I
don't
agree.
do.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Are those like I haven't been to Gibney yet. Have you guys been to Gibney?
No.
No. I mean, like the food looks immaculate and the menu looks really well written, but that price point, I'm like,
what are they doing? 80,
I mean, I don't.
70?
Yeah, I mean, like I think they've got a Caesar salad with chicken for $48.
Yeah.
But they make it at the table, which is cool. But still, $50 for a salad.
Oh, is that what it is? It's one of those ones.
Yeah, I think
I'm probably a little bit. I'm too back of house. Like I couldn't give a fuck
I don't care
too
about
much about
Yeah.
any of that.
Yes, so I mean, like what they're saying there is the theatre adds $20, right?
Yeah. Do you know what it has to have? It has to have immaculate front of house service.
Yeah, and I think
need
it
to
does.
Feel.
I think it does.
Like I don't need you to make my salad.
Yeah.
But like when. I want all of those points where like there's no waiting at the door. We'll grab you straight away. We'll sit you down. We'll do the thing. There's no waiting for water at the right time. Do you guys want to drink? Like just pacing you.
And they probably do that. I'm just. But again, it's that. Like, it's tough times out there. And it's like
People in Cottesloe like that though. People in Cottesloe love that shit.
And they'll support that, and I'm happy for it.
Salad at the table.
Yeah.
Like we should have more venues like that as well. Like we can't just go out and be like, oh, the economy is shit, therefore it's like, but there's people out there that drive,
fill
like
that place up,
Ferraris, and they want to have a salad for $50.
I reckon the places that are going to fucking eat it next are all the mid-levels that have to push their prices up. Because I'm stopping going to heaps of things now.
But
$40, $30 for.
I think it's like north of the river. Like you got nothing. Like apart from the coast. But
you got nothing like that. That's for sure.
Yeah, you got nothing. You've got the generic pub with a TAB attached, or a shopping centre with takeaways around the side. But like those pubs are still fucking full. Like like
there's loads of pizza joints that are great. But that's what they are, right?
I fucking hate pizza.
They're the $28 Napoli style ones. Yeah.
I'm done with pizza.
Perth's not, bro. The fucking
your wallet.
I agree, but it's like
your wallet's well off though. So $28 for like margarita.
Yeah. Add a burrata ball for an extra 10. You're like, $38 for a pizza.
We know, like I eat this shit too, and I love it, but like I still can't get my head around it. And like it's also because you can do the costing so quick.
Yeah.
Where you're standing there like,
it's costing you
that has to not be
$2.
even this many grams on that ball as well. And you're like,
we did wood fire pizza for fucking 2 years. Dude, that's amazing.
Yeah.
The profitability is out of this world.
Yeah, the food, that food cost and that shit is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, because everything is 10 grams. 10 grams of this, 10 grams of that. Like, it's fuck all way.
I did content for a shop here, and it's just laughable. Like, it's like, we were laughing. Like, what the fuck are we going to do next?
It.
It's not even a rip-off, because, like, you'll get 100 people ordering it. You're like, well, okay. You know, like, $15 for, like, a stick. It's like bread.
Yeah.
It's a fucking... And you're like, what?
Yeah.
What is this shit?
So what are you going to do here then? If we are
Tasty,
heading,
though.
the next 2 years, we're heading into like
I think
tighter pockets.
Well, we'll probably keep expanding our catering functions.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing catering. That's right.
Yeah.
Corporate.
Yeah, we've got a lot
catering.
of catering functions. We're still doing all right.
Date night.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. Date night for the people, because that's something that you got to start thinking about, things that people will spend on.
Yeah, well, we're doing house-made pastas with a drink for $35 on Wednesdays now. We've got Sunday roasts happening, so we're just trying to like make it a bit more affordable for everyone and trying to get people in, which is working pretty good.
Yeah, and make it quality. Hey.
Yeah, exactly. Just put the effort in. Like it's hard not to be busy if you're doing good stuff. Like that's
fondant potatoes.
That's why people
Get
keep
that
going.
ring cutter out, bro. You go in circles,
mate. We're going circles. Yeah.
The funny thing about this this venue, and I worked here over COVID a couple of days a week, every now and then, right? Is that out on the street you can't see it busy.
Yeah.
It's because it is a narrow, I guess, narrow when you come in, but inside you're like fuck. You're like some days you're like holy shit. Yeah. But it's one of those things on Ango's shirt as well. It's like it's just the way the street is. You could like drive past all this shit and not know it's like all these places are full. Yeah. To a point, unless it's those cafes at the top doing the things in the morning.
But I mean, like we still do like 100 on Saturdays for breakfast and Sunday, and then you do a busy lunch, and then it rolls into function and a catering job, and like you can get pumped. Big days here.
You're doing 2 people on breakfast on a Saturday?
Oh, Claire can do it on her own, man.
Fuck, what?
Just kick Claire around.
Claire's, mate, she'll do 130 on her own. Like, everyone else is, like, prepping, getting ready for lunch. She's just, like, done 130 for breakfast. It's just, like, machine.
Really?
Like, I try to do it, like, sometimes, like, because I'm just, like, fucking, like, dead by
stab your arm.
Yeah. She's like, what are we doing for lunch? Like, warm-up's done.
How old is she?
Our age.
Really?
Yeah.
Still going strong.
Mate, yeah, it's killing it.
I can't do it.
I can't do it either.
That's why I'm going to start a new show where I go into kitchens try and do a service. We should do it, man.
Yeah,
I don't want to bomb your restaurant.
I was going to just say, just bottom out everyone's restaurant you go to for a laugh.
Yeah, he's like, oh, what's that?
It can't be fake, and I don't want to ruin anyone's restaurant. That's the two things I have to juggle.
Well, I think a restaurant, should be able to have you in and not feel like.
I like the idea as long as you're not, like you said, as long as it's like too invasive.
Yeah, but it's
you can just be watchable and it works. Yeah.
If a restaurant goes to you and goes like, "Oh, don't film over there because that's what we do X, Y, and Z because it's dodgy," you'd be like, "Well,
I've got a GoPro on my head. I'm pulling snapper out of a bin."
Shit. Yeah, we shouldn't have anything to hide. I mean, it's service.
Yeah, I don't even think that people would have something to hide.
I don't think people care anymore. I film behind the scenes all the time, and I've never really, maybe once or twice, someone said something, but I think you just self-regulate it. I don't know. It really gives you a fuck. Yeah. Have you guys got your phones? I sent you something before. This article. It just helps that we've all got it in front of us. It was something my mate Marnie sent me. From it's pretty clickbaity, eh?
Chef has legs amputated after being run over by a drunk boss after work drinks.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So I've only really seen the title, and I was like, I'll just save this for the next episode or something. So it says, it's just from the Mirror in the UK. I don't know if these are any reputable or anything, but It's got a picture. We'll try and chuck it up on some clips or something. But
This is fake news.
I like the photo too. It's like Joe Claridge suffered life-changing injuries in the incident. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and he kind of looks happy about it. Like, what's that smile?
He ran him over twice.
Hang on. So this is Brit sous chef Joe Claridge. Oh yeah, it's just okay. It's spelt wrong already. Mirror. Brit sous chef Joe Claridge lost both his legs in an after-work accident when his drunk boss allegedly reversed his Land Rover over his body laying in a car park.
Allegedly.
Yeah, why the allegedly?
Actually, before hitting him again in Belgium. See, that reads like he ran him over in Britain and now he's hitting him again in Belgium. But I don't think that's the case.
Well, read the first paragraph, because that's even more juicy than that.
Yeah, the first paragraph's hilarious.
It is too. A British chef lost both his legs when his Michelin-starred boss allegedly ran him over twice in his Land Rover. Of course, he got a Land Rover as well. Before standing over him for before standing over him for more than 10 minutes as he lay in agony.
Yeah.
Nick Brill, 40.
But he allegedly did all that. Like, that's still in the court.
Allegedly. Nick Brill, 40, the owner of the Jane in Antwerp, Belgium, in Belgium, is said to have hit British worker Joe Claridge, who lost his legs and some internal organs. After the horror incident in January. Before the incident, Brill and his colleagues had been enjoying an after-work drink as it was a Sunday,
Yeah.
and the team traditionally finishes off the bottles of wine and champagne opened in the week. Right, this is a good system. I like this system already.
Very Belgian.
He's a good boss. I mean, like, okay.
I rate the last lot of that.
Maybe he's just an alcoholic.
I mean, like, let's put the alleged stuff to the side.
For a second.
For one second. There's so many things you can do with that booze. You can take it home.
Yeah.
You can make sorbets.
I
You
would
can
have
make
drunk it at the
shoes.
Totally.
But, he goes, you know
You
what?
can reuse it.
Yeah, we're going to try to sell it
that
to someone.
wine's done.
You know what? All this wine that's been popped open and flat is yours at the end of the week.
We're not going to drink it out in the car park.
Instead of me paying you super,
You
you've
know
got
what?
some champagne that's
You know
already been
what?
opened.
I'm fuck Joe Claridge.
Fuck Joe Claridge and his legs.
So the after party continued until early hours, and at 6 a.m., his colleagues called the victim a taxi home. The victim. Allegedly. A taxi home, but he fell in the car park. Then CCTV showed his boss getting into his Land Rover and reversing over Mr. Claridge. Then he drove forward and hit him again. Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's not like he tried to hit him twice. He was just doing a reversing
the
maneuver.
3-point. Yeah.
Just trying to get out of his car
But
park.
you got to be pretty drunk to. What was that? Not to get the first one. Maybe he was on nerve medication. He didn't feel the first one.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're so hungry.
Maybe he's on fentanyl. Yeah.
So hungry.
Who the fuck?
Oh, there's a photo of him.
That's Nick Brill. That's the alleged hitter.
Yeah.
Nick Brill's lawyer
who's
says
the guy
he's
in the
not.
green shirt?
It says Nick. Oh, yeah, wait.
Nick Brill's lawyer.
Nick Brill's lawyer says he is not sure where he
That's
is.
Nick Brill's lawyer in a kitchen.
No, well, that's how it reads. We've just learnt this is the mirror. The mirror, no, the mirror's fucked.
That's a nice kitchen, though. I mean, this guy looks like a good boss.
I don't know.
Okay, how about this?
I
then?
don't like
Instead
the rolled
of
up
calling
sleeves.
for help, he reportedly got out of the car and stood over the Brit for 10 minutes and 8 seconds before he was interrupted by a passing jogger who went to a nearby hotel to call emergency service. So he just was kind of in disbelief of what he'd done.
Well, he's probably drunk.
Definitely.
I mean,
He was like, do I kill this guy? How do I get rid of the body?
Yeah, he
What
was
have I
having those
done?
thoughts.
Yeah.
He was having those
Well,
thoughts.
I mean, when you're such an honourable restaurant owner like Nick Brill, you can't have your reputation tarnished by Jow.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what he was thinking, eh? Was he like, he must have had a thought, like, which way do I take this? Put him in the Land Rover.
What would you do?
What would I do? If I'd just run over someone twice, allegedly.
And you're drunk.
I wouldn't stand over them for 10 minutes and 8 seconds. I'd either fuck off immediately.
Run him over a third time.
No, okay. Listen.
Or I would call somebody.
Oh, I think it gets better.
He ran over him pretty good, though.
He lost organs.
Yeah.
There's only one organ that you can lose. That's
Kidney.
oh,
A bit of the liver.
I was thinking about the sexual ones, but
Oh, yeah. Testicles.
Oh, yeah.
And both your legs. Fucking A. Yeah, like he mustn't have just sort of like, he had to have been peeling out. Just fucking whoop.
Yeah.
Wow. Like proper.
Yeah, or just like fucking snapped him at an odd angle and just like, yeah.
Fuck, that would hurt.
But you would have noticed it, right? Like it's not like you would have been boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Crack this guy's hips and shit.
Yeah, but he might go, oh, fuck, I've got to reverse back anyway. Whatever I've hit, I've got to reverse back anyway. I don't know. Maybe he thought it was a bollard, you know.
Maybe he thought it was a speed bump.
Yeah, I guess it was. Stopped him.
It gets better.
What the fuck? Yeah, do you want to read that bit, Perry? Look at that.
Brit is said to have sent a group WhatsApp of staff at the Jane Gourmet restaurant, which read, guys, I just finished up with our new intern. Complete
Is that a
KO.
fucking intern?
An ambulance and the police. Everything involved. I don't think we'll keep Joe as an intern. Britt also reportedly told the authorities, 1 glass of wine, then 2 Negronis and 2 beers. Then I finished with a few shots of tequila with the team. I can't say how many. I think I was still able to drive.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. Wow. I don't think we'll keep Joe as an intern. He has no legs, bro.
Dude, he was very unsympathetic, that's for sure.
Is he an intern? Does that mean unpaid?
Paid in champagne.
Work experience kid. Got
They missed the bit where...
Fucking
See how he
worst
started
place.
out like a really good boss? And we're like, yeah, we give them all champagne at the end of the week and stuff.
No.
He's not a good boss.
Complete KO. That's fucking brutal.
Complete KO, an ambulance and the police. Yeah, he's messaging the group of the fucking
And
work
saying-
group, hey, and
So
saying this
maybe
guy
that-
was too drunk. Instead of saying I just ran him over twice,
Yeah.
I might be in trouble
But
here.
I think we've cracked the case. When he was standing over him for 10 minutes and 8 seconds,
He was texting.
trying to write that message.
Just trying to open WhatsApp.
He was like, oh,
A
fucking
fucking apps in the cloud.
KO.
But maybe, like, hear me out.
Okay.
Maybe he reverses over him, right? And then drives over him again. And he's
Right.
like, oh, that was a weird speed bump. And then he's like, not even connected the idea that he's killed the dude.
Yeah.
Opens the door. He's like, look at this prick. Fucking completely passed out for no reason.
Yeah.
He might not have actually
Yeah,
associated the fact that he did that.
Yeah.
Just not. Yeah.
He might have just thought-
The bumps weren't that human.
Yeah.
They're
He
just two separate things.
And what about the blood?
was there blood?
I don't. They fucking have to have been.
I think I was still able to drive. Yeah, your car's probably all right.
So they breathalyzed him, 1.67.
I don't know what that means.
He should be 0.5,
Oh,
Yeah, wow. So 3 times over the limit.
which is pretty heavy, right?
Yeah, it's not good.
You know the Mills game. How many meals? Is that? How many meals is that for 1 point?
It's 200 mils of vodka.
Fuck,
Too
this
much.
cunt woke up after a coma after 50 days.
Fuck.
Lost several organs. He must have really fucked him up, this whole body, eh? Imagine like if you just ran over your hips, just cracked both your hips, you'd be fucked.
Yeah,
Anyway,
committing
that's a pretty good day
negligence
at work.
by immediately not providing assistance.
I've never heard a chef being called an intern before, though. I don't know what that means.
It's Belgium.
Yeah. Just starging?
I've never been to Belgium, but fuck that place, eh?
Ooh, what's happening in Belgium?
This guy. I'm not going anywhere near that. Jesus Christ.
No,
Complete
holidays to
KO.
Antwerp.
No. Fucking I'll buy my chocolate here. Hey, how about that?
And then this basically ends, there's a bit going on, but it basically ends where his lawyer can't find Nick Brill, the owner, and he
Yeah.
thinks he's still abroad somewhere. So he's basically ran away. He's run over the guy, put him in a coma, lost his legs, and then run away. That sounds like an owner.
Wow.
We're almost there, fellas. That guy's flashing.
Okay.
We're close.
Should we do it?
Yeah, we could just go again. Let's do 2 podcasts in a row.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Let's go all day.
My butt hurts though.
Take a break.
Have a
At
fucking
least you haven't
kick-ass.
lost your legs, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Insensitive piece of shit.
Consider it a pleasure.
Yeah, I'm slightly inconvenienced.
Yeah. What about Jow?
Ciao. Fuck the mirror. I want to find out, has anyone ever been a chef intern? And why is that bullshit? I want to know what that is.
The staging.
If anyone's ever been it. Yeah, that's what I assume that is, but it doesn't say that in there, right? Maybe that's their way of explaining it.
Yeah, they don't know because they're the mirror.
Daily Mirror is pretty reputable.
Yeah.
Journalistic integrity and all the rest.
We'll see if we get another one in, but if not, fucking thanks for having us, dude.
thank
Always
you.
a pleasure.
Thanks for
man.
coming in.
Glad to see you're alive. Blood pressure's up. Life's good.
Life's great. Thanks, boys.
See you,
Thanks, man.
fellas.
Boy.